We're live.
Just having a quick iron.
Because we love the ironing.
Thinking no one would notice.
Are you doing your pants and socks?
No, I'm not doing my
And
pants
your tea
and
towels?
socks, Gemma, and I'm certainly not doing my tea towels. But I am doing my bag lining for one of today's makes. Good morning, how are you? Welcome to Natasha Makes. It is me, Natasha, and I am making stuff today, so the name is actually appropriate. Yep, fact. I actually got around to changing the light bulbs.
Hooray!
Not on that one, so we've got
No.
weird lighting today. It's sort of, it's coming on, and I've come undone as well. Goodness me.
Dress yourself
I
properly,
know,
dear. Dress
I
yourself
know, I'm
properly.
sorry. It's when I put my mic on and my wires went all over the place. Oof. Right, we're here, we're live, we're all good. Let's find where we are on the Book of Faces. And of course, hello to everyone on YouTube because, you know, you're there too. Well, we hope you are. I can't guarantee that, can I?
Well, Josh knows. Josh looks
Josh
after
is our
them.
YouTube oracle.
He is.
What a misery day today. It's miserly, isn't it?
Miserly.
Miserly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gemma came
Yeah,
in
yeah.
and her who's in the corner. We've put Gemma in the corner again.
Again.
Again. We might let you out the corner
I
next
keep
week,
waiting
Gem.
for Patrick Swayze to come
I
and whisk me
know,
out of the
I
corner.
know.
It's never going to happen. For many, many reasons.
Many reasons, yeah. I don't think it matters how many times we say it. It's still it's still what is evoked. Let's have a moment, shall we, for old Patrick? Yep, good. Gemma came in her Paddington Bear coat today. Yep, looking good. It doesn't actually resemble a Paddington Bear coat at all, but
I feel like him in it.
Yes, and in fact we need to get you a hat so that you can resemble him in it.
Yes.
Who have we got this morning? We've got Jan Brown. Good morning to all. And Patricia and Ali G. Ali G. Oh, Elizabeth's on time today. No puppy watching today. And Lynn, and good morning. Oh, Lisa's managed to find a needle and thread emoji. See, they don't have any trouble threading it, do they? It's just me. Morning, Marlene. Do you know, of course, the first box that I looked in after the show, I found all my needle threaders. I was like, oh, that's where they were then. Morning, Rebecca. Miserable day in Derby. Yep, show me some pretty fabrics to cheer me up. You are in luck. You are in luck. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Helen. Morning, Wendy and Rona. Good morning. And Carol, good morning. Gemma's loaded the goodies into the chat. Sylve Sparkly. Still the best name, yeah. She said, we've had a monsoon here in East London. Love the zebra shirt. Thank you very much. It's, I don't normally wear green. It's a bit unusual for me. Morning, Lo. Here bright and early. No gin on your Cocoa Pops this morning? Oh, work keeps annoying you. Yeah, work does that. Good morning to Heather and Myra. Oh, I have to go in 10. Okay, we'll be quick. We won't be that quick. What am I saying? I can't make any claim. I've got 2 makes to do today.
Ta-da! It's made. Bye, everyone.
Just look at that. And we'll pretend we've done all the steps in between, shall we? Morning, Claire. I'm sitting down after the 2-hour walking road trip to pick up a birthday present. Crikey. Morning, Betty. You see, Betty Hobcroft. That's a good name.
It's a great name.
For a sewing situation. Yes. And is that what we are? Is that the collective noun for sewers? I feel it might be. We are a situation of sewers.
A situation of sewers. I'm not going to go into this.
Why?
Because there are so many we could come up with.
Well, okay, well, I'd like to hear some.
Those of us that keep the M&Ms in that drawer, you know, the M&M drawer on your machine.
Oh, the knick-knackery drawer?
No, it's not. It's not
Snack
though.
drawer?
It's the snack
It
drawer.
is a snack drawer.
So those gluttonous snowers amongst gluttonous sewers amongst us could be a glut of sewers.
A glut of sewers.
Yeah.
A snackery of
A
sewers.
snackery of sewers. Yeah, see?
Which leads us beautifully into some of the fabrics that we've got this morning because we have got a snuggery.
A snuggery.
A snuggery. Which then makes me think of Marge Simpson. You know, when she decides to write her book. Have you not seen that episode?
That episode.
She tells
Why
Homer
did I
that
know this?
snuggling sells.
Aww. I
stunning cells, and today we've got a snuggery of otters. We were going to call it Maud's choice, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Because Maud is my otter hound,
Yeah.
and this clearly would be her choice. Although it's quite a light fabric, and I don't think that she'd be able to keep a grubby lady beard off it.
No.
Nope.
And you've got it in 2 colourways.
I have got it in 2 colourways. Look, I'm going straight for the snuggery.
Yeah, I knew you were.
Yeah. If for no other reason that it's just a fabulous word.
You have it in warmth and breeze.
Warmth and breeze.
Mm.
I just said pink, to be honest, when I wrote the label. But Gemma does that, you know, efficient thing. Morning, Mr. John Cole Morgan.
I do that research thing on Tinterwebs to make sure it's accurate
thing,
rather than what Tash called it,
which is also valid.
which is normally more logical, to be honest.
What I call it.
Yeah.
It's frightening, isn't it?
I know. Lord help us.
Oh, help us all, help us all.
Oh,
What's going
dear.
on? The day that my life is more logical. Oh, my whippet would open that drawer and steal my M&Ms. Yeah, my Eric used to like a bit of chocolate if he got the chance. Here we go. Right. Eric was my Great Dane, for those of you that don't know. We're going to be doing all of these things here in a minute. Let's get those out of the way.
The Great Dane of Fame. He
Great
was.
Dane fame.
Mm.
I know. Gemma liked to rigorously take the mick out of me for the fact that my dog had more TV credits than me as a trained actor. Thanks, Gem.
Well,
He just had natural pizzazz, did that boy?
he did. And I mean, he demoed on the show even.
He did demo
What
on
a
the show.
talented hound.
Yeah, I know. When he was incredibly old and a little
Yeah.
bit infirm. Right. This is from AGF. Art Gallery Fabrics. We do not sing their praises enough. Do we, Gemma? No. This feels, now it is a quilting weight, but it feels almost lawn-like, and that is down to the superior quality of thread that these guys use. They use incredibly long-stranded cotton fibres, which is what gives it that incredible feeling. And their slogan is "Feel the difference," and you really can. It's premium cotton, it's Okeatex standard, which means there's nothing nasty in there. So if you are using any of the Art Gallery fabrics, if you see AGF, which always looks a bit like the Arga sign, you know.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It
And I always
does.
have to do a double take and go, Arga, no, what?
Food again.
I know.
Didn't take so long.
We used to have an oil one when all the oil prices went way high, and we realised that it was costing us £6 a day for toast. As
Ouch.
expensive toast, right?
That is.
Yeah.
You're better off going out for breakfast.
We moved house, it's cheaper. Oh dear, that's the reality of it. Right, let me show you a close-up snuggery. All right there, Ryan, having opinions everywhere.
Oh, look.
Oh, look.
I love an otter.
So does Maud. I don't think she's ever actually seen an otter, if I'm honest. Look at that.
So cute.
Just look at that. My mother-in-law walks with an otter hound, a lady with an otter hound. And so they often discuss Maud and Maud's antics, because, you know, Maud's got a few. This I have put with, we've picked out this colour here. I say we, I did it. I did my fault.
Yeah, you did.
It's all me, that. Oh, look at the
Snuggery
snuggery.
breeze.
Look, they're holding hands and everything.
Snuggery breeze with
They
misty blue.
are not afraid of a PDA, are they?
No.
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 For those of you going to P what? Public display of affection. No. Those snuggeries. Beautiful. Right, now, I want to show you one of the things that we're making today. Obviously, we're making that bag, which is the swinging 60s bag, as Gemma likes to call it. But also, I'm going to... This is basically, gosh, it must be a year or so ago now. I demoed the round handle bag from House of Alistair, and loads of you were like, oh, well, that's great. Yeah. And some of you won't have seen it, and it is one of the nicest bag patterns. And I must have made at least 15 of these bags. I absolutely love them. They're just a great size. They're a great shape. You can fit everything in. And try as I might, I cannot better at this pattern for round handles. I can't.
There you go.
I tried. I can't. Right. So I'm going to give Alistair absolute full credit for a cracking pattern. So we've got those back in stock again. They're here, they're in the warehouse, they are ready to be dispatched. We've got the handles and they are fab. And also out of a 1/2 metre heaven, you can make one of these.
Perfect.
So that's working out. And so, when I was putting these fabrics together for the show yesterday, in my head, now I have made these bags out of Liberty, Tim Holtz, which is this one, loads of William Morris, loads, as well as really contemporary designs as well. So here's the thing to bear in mind. We've got the wooden handles, we've got black, and actually, wouldn't it make a really nice trick-or-treat bag?
Gorgeous.
We should
Plenty
load some
of
of
room
that
as well.
trick-or-treat fabric.
Yeah.
Silver, sparkly silver. Oh, you want to see a bit sparkly silver, don't you? Sparkle, sparkle.
Got
There
on
it is.
Castle Spookies as well. You know, the glow in the dark.
Yeah, well, I mean, all of
Halloween.
those. I mean, that
Perfect.
you'd fit a lot of trick-or-treats in one of
You
these
totally
bags.
would.
That's your graphite, and then we've also got amber ones. Have they got a bit of sparkle in there? No, just some
No.
bubbles.
Those are amber.
But I want to show you this fabric next.
Wandering with dough, this is.
Wandering with dough.
As in dough a deer, a female deer.
Not as in like
Not
wads
as in-
of cash. And
Or-
be careful you don't
No,
get, you know.
I'd gone down the food route again.
Oh, had you? I was just
Like
thinking,
cookie
you know.
dough.
Oh,
Oh,
but
no.
look at it with the amber.
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? But it would also look very nice with the wooden ones too. So this is, okay, so bear with me because this is, oh no, not that one.
They're lovely lightweight handles as well, aren't they?
They're
And
they're
strong.
really nice.
The
And you can just
wood
fold them
effect.
up. If you're going anywhere, you can just fold them up and pop them in your whatever. They make the good lunch bags. My kids are always swinging these into school. This is the fabric. I think it's beautiful. I've put it with, I believe, biscuit.
Yeah.
I want to say biscuit. You see, so I
Cookie
think that
dough.
would be pretty gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cookie dough. It's not cookie dough.
Cookie dough with biscuit now.
Cookie dough with biscuit.
Oh dear.
That's a whole other show, that is.
It is.
We had a delivery guy rock up to the warehouse, didn't we? And he said, "Is this Natasha Bakes?" And everyone just laughed. And
I
went,
said, sadly no.
and I did point out, no one wants to eat anything I bake.
He's the same one. I directed him round to Goods Inn.
Goods
in
Inn,
our new
yeah.
premises. And I said, thank you so much. And he said, it's all right, babes. And gave me a wink and hopped back in his van and away he went.
That made your day, didn't
I
it?
did a little skip into the
Yeah.
warehouse.
Yeah.
And Jane went, did he just call you babes? I went, yes, he did. I'll take that.
Well, I've been of that. Thank you very much. It doesn't take much to keep us happy, does it, Jem?
No.
Nope.
No.
Easily pleased us.
No.
I was pleased for you. You see, that's how easily pleased I am. There we go. Here we go. This is Earthen. Oh, Gemma, what is it?
Foxnet Haze or Fox
from the-
Nest Haze, I
From the
think.
Earthen collection.
Yes.
It basically looks like clouds on a fox. No, fox on a cloud. Words, lots of words. Do you want to see this close up as well?
I love a fox.
Do you? We have a really handsome one that does the rounds, and he goes round through my fields, and then he comes and he trundles down and he parades, a proper parade past the ducks. I went for the darkesty browny orangey colour there, and he really does show off. He's pushing his luck.
He's
Gonna
a
be honest.
beauty, isn't he?
But he is a beauty. Yeah, he's an absolute beauty. Not going to lie about that. So there's the fox. How are we doing, Rebecca? Are these beautiful enough for you?
Well, I'm hoping this is brightening her day. That would
Look
be
at
good,
this.
wouldn't it?
I heart this. This is Barry J from the Bloomsbury collection, and I just adore it. And imagine this with, you know, with your handles and everything, and that's your lining, and
I mean, pair of jeans, that, some
Yeah,
cutesy
ooh.
shoes,
yeah.
just look fab, wouldn't
Well,
it?
it would, wouldn't it? You know, it's going to
Really,
cheer up
yeah.
a really miserable blooming day like today. It's going to make it all nice again
Ace.
and pretty.
Love it.
Yes.
Mus
Yes.
Wolf Freshwater.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Because you
Mm.
messaged me and you went, "Are you sure it's
I
Barry J?" And I
did.
went, "Well, it's got Barry J written on it." Yeah. This one. Everyone needs this one. Look at this.
I'm hoping my friend Claire's not watching because clearly she needs some of this in her life. That's
Does
gonna
she?
have
Is
to
she a
come
bit of
home
an
with me.
elephant
Yeah.
fanatic?
Yeah.
I've matched that blue perfectly, just so you know. They're not quite holding trunks, but not far off.
So cute.
And if that doesn't make you think of Rudyard Kipling and a bit of the Jungle Book,
It's just beautiful. Though.
then, you know,
Look at them.
I know.
Baby ones as well.
I know. It's a
Oh,
proper herd.
it
It's
really is.
just gorgeous, and that blue is perfect with it. Absolutely perfect.
You're not even
Oh,
slightly
morning,
smug
Francis.
about that, are you?
No.
Not even a little bit.
A
I've seen her when she
smuggery.
finds the perfect fabric, even when she's on her own and you're in a different room, you can hear it, and she goes, ah! And then shouts you, and then
made me
shakes
sound
them
like
a bit.
Alan Partridge.
No, but you do get Alan Partridge-esque when you find the right
Partridgey.
fabrics. Yeah, you do.
You can't tell
You
everyone
get proper
that.
excited when you manage to put things together that are just right.
I might even do a little dance as well, but I'm not going to admit to that.
You do.
Oh,
Sylve Sparkley loves the elephants as well. She's just put elephants in
Yeah.
capital.
Yeah, you're right, Sylv. They are elephants. And we heart them very much. Now, these are another particularly gorgeous fabric.
Cottontail Playful
Yep, all of that.
from the Merryweather collection.
Yeah, which was spelled a bit funny, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I've put it with,
Claret.
I certainly have, because this is great. I don't even have to try and finish my sentences.
No, and I'm like, has she got the sticker in front of her? Has she remembered which one it is?
No, it's
Or just
claret. Yeah, it is claret. It's great. It's great. It's great.
Guess which voice? Who's speaking? I can't see your mouth moving.
No, I know, especially not with the overhead camera on.
Yeah.
Could be either of us. Could be my doppelganger. Look, there it is. But this is, I want to show you this actually on a closety, uppity, because, or otherwise known as just a close-up. Look at that. There aren't enough fabrics with bunny rabbits on.
No, there aren't.
Not in the world. Not in the world. Whose laugh is whose, said Claire. I don't know.
See?
Do you get told that you've got a dirty laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or evil. Like, as a mwahaha type evil.
I think we're just morphing into each other. It's fine. This is...
It's been a gradual morph though over a quarter of a century.
All right. Quarter of a century's morphing. Good grief. Good grief, that's scary. Get less for murder. Right.
You'd still choose me.
Over murder.
Well, over serving time for murder, I feel, yeah.
Well, you know, yes, maybe.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what I feel this needs, Gemma?
To go in my bag and come home with me. Look at it.
No, but you know,
Oh,
what we
yes,
haven't
yes,
shown everyone
yes,
yet, don't you?
yes.
Excuse me for the noises off, but I mean, I'm just gonna throw into the equation. Oh,
Lovely, lovely newspaper tapes.
oh my goodness me! And I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna show you these zips in a minute. It's all good. This is beautiful because it's got that metallic finish on it as well, and I just think it would make the most beautiful bag. Also bear in mind that you can use your half-meter heavens. I need to measure actually whether or not you can get... You should be able to get one of my bags out of that. Right, now this is your... the brook in small, but look at that blue. Picked it perfectly again.
I adore this fabric.
I would be popping either some wooden or what have yous with that and making myself a gorgeous William. Well, I have actually got many William Morris bags. I can't help it. They just lend to it and they give you that timeless classic.
Stunning.
If we are going to be talking gifting, of course, this is a beautiful gift because who didn't want a bag, you know? So if we want classic bags that people are all going to love because they love William Morris, then why not a bit of chrysanthemum with duck egg? Just going to throw that out there for you. And the other thing is, what about a big bright bold print that's going to make you really happy? Because personally, I heart this
I was going to say,
one.
this has got your name all over it.
Hasn't
this
it?
one. Yeah.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
You can't be miserable looking at that,
No.
can you?
No,
I defy you.
frequently.
And possibly gravity.
Oh dear.
It's all good. Right, so they are our sort of, I guess half metre heavenly type options. I think we've put them on like a half metre heavenly type thing. Now, I want to draw your attention to a zip because we love a good zip here. We have, this was the nesting tidy that I did. Not nesting tidy, nesting couch. Trio, yeah. And actually, I didn't use the Sally Tomato zip on that one. I have been trying to find, because everything's so wobbly coming in from the States, I've been trying to find alternative zips that are of Sally Tomato quality. That has been my thing. And if I can better it and get different colourways and stuff. So just to give you an idea, this is Sally Tomato zips and hardware. It's just divine. It's beautiful, beautiful quality. It's really hard wearing and it's absolutely gorgeous. Pam, what have you missed? You've missed a lot of fabrics and now we're going to talk zips. So for those of you that did things like make all of these and stuff like that, zips are going to be key. So whether you're making pouches, it just gives it that finishing touch. Whether you ended up getting your velvet, remember when we made these? That was a really quick and easy make as well,
really
wasn't it?
was,
The velvet pouches.
That was no deal.
That was, well, it was it Renaissance ribbons?
Oh.
Or no, or did it come straight from Ideal? No, it came
No,
straight
it was
from
an
Ideal.
pattern.
Yeah. It is an Ideal pattern, yeah. It's just whether or not, yeah. So,
velvet border.
Zips make all the difference. So we have again been, and the lovely thing is that the supplier that we've used here, she has managed to source beautiful, beautiful zips, but also because she's also friends with Lisa, it's no accident.
Aww.
Gemma,
They look
Gem.
amazing.
It is no accident. So if you want a rainbow teal zip, how did you load this in then? Because I can't remember what we said.
So it's by the metre.
By the metre, but
And
is that
then
just the
the-
zip tape?
Yep. And
by
it
the
does say that
metre?
really clearly. So because we've got the different tabs, and some people want silver, some people want gold, so we've broken it down so that people can order it by the metre and as many tabs as they want, choosing whether they want silver or gold. Separately. I mean, that's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, if a unicorn needed a zip.
I mean, yeah. And many do. You ask my daughter. She will tell you. So we've got that in the pastel. We've also got it in rather a fabulous bright. Yep. Oh, no. But I mean, that like we've got a bit.
You say that.
I know, it's going to go, isn't it?
There's been loads of people already this morning going, oh, yes, I must get this in
I
my
know.
stash. And I'm looking at it thinking,
Should I
we
have
cut
got
these
more?
orders and those will dwindle. Well,
Should I have got more?
Dunno.
Look at this one.
it's,
Ooh, rainbow zips galore. Now, if you're not a rainbow person, I mean, why are you watching? If you are, no, it's lovely to have your company. If you're not a rainbow person, let's not insult the viewers, eh?
No.
Morning,
No,
lovely
let's
to
not
have you
do
all
that.
here. Now, you see, look. This is perfect for your bag making. It's absolutely perfect. The thing about a zip on a roll like this, well, it's not actually, it's not going to be on a roll. It's kind of in a clump, isn't it? Is that you get to decide how long you want it. You see, this is what I don't like, is that normally it comes with like 2 or 3 zips, but it's a metre. And if I'm doing pouches, I need more tags than that. I just do. So that's why we've decided you're in control of how many of the zip pulls you have. This is going to look amazing with the likes of this.
Oh,
Yes.
look. Yeah, let's get the plastic off.
Bear with me, caller. Bear with me.
You need to stroke it. Can't stroke it through plastic. No good.
Never go. I mean, classy, right? Class. The other thing is... Gemma found another layer.
They're all in. They're all done.
Yeah, so we got these ones because they go really beautifully too. And if you're after a plainer one, then can I invite you to look at this one, which
Stunning.
of course, you know, if you're going with, say you're doing something with something like that. How amazing does that look?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, right? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. That's what it looks like.
And
Now,
that particular tape would look stunning with everything in the Jardin de Fleur French
Yeah, of
General
course,
range, wouldn't
of
it?
course. And do you know what else? What other range I brought with me this morning, Jem, on one of my numerous trips up to the
I spy it.
House
Edita
O' Wares.
Sevalor.
Edita.
There
Look at
she
Edita's
is.
stuff. Suddenly,
Stunning.
kaping. Isn't that a bit classy?
So
You're allowed to say
lovely.
yes. By the
So
way,
lovely.
this would look phenomenal with a wooden handle to make Alistair's bag.
Yeah.
Fact.
Would affect.
Fact.
For sure.
Now, other zips to show you. Purple. And if you wanted zips and you didn't want to go rainbow on this and you wanted to keep it super, super, super classy, it's okay because this has got that silver. So we went and found a teal with silver teeth.
We did.
And then we went and got a white with a rainbow.
You didn't even slightly enjoy shopping for these, did you?
Nope,
No.
not at all.
No.
Not even remotely. Nope, great fun. And then to show you what we also have in our lives, these are the pulls. In either,
I mean, I did get one of each out for you and put in a little bag. But
Yeah.
clearly it's dropped into the box somewhere, hasn't it?
did you put it on my special show shelf?
Oh, I
that
might have put it
left
on your
behind?
special show shelf. That's true.
There we go. I'm not used to being so organised. Gemma's decided I need a show shelf.
I have.
She's quite right.
A series of show shelves.
Yeah. And that's your gold. Just bring that bit of class.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Bit O class to the place. So yeah. Zip anyone? So I just think, I mean, they're going to fly. There's absolutely no doubt.
I mean, Auntie Lizzie Crangle makes a very valid point, which is how is that for an exposed zip on a dress? It'd be beautiful, wouldn't it, Karen?
Karen is in Morrison's in her Mary Poppins dress this morning as we speak, looking rather fabulous.
I love that she gets so dressed up. To
Me
go to the
too.
supermarket.
She's got a really lovely pair of shoes on today actually as well.
Always.
Always, always, always. But yeah, I was quite taken with her Mary Poppins dress. And I love that she has clearly a photographer on hand always to take the photos. I'm assuming that's her husband. Don't know. Oh, just look at that. Rainbow zip.
Lovely Lizzie Crangle's got all the good ideas today.
Lizzie?
Yeah.
Of course she has.
Auntie Lizzie.
Come on,
She
Auntie
says
Lizzie Crangle.
that would be stunning across the shoulders on a jersey top. 2 zip pulls finishing either side at the very base of your neck.
Get designing.
Challenge on.
Yeah. We
Design
want to
away.
see that. We want to see that, Lizzie. Lizzie. Yes, we do. Right.
Donna Elizabeth Force Taylor. Hi, Natasha and team. I will have to catch up later as out for a birthday treat.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday. I need to try Karen's neckline on her dress today. Yes, you do. Why not? Why not? Why not? Righty-ho, peeps. Alistair's pattern, when you get it, it is like so. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, I mean, it is by the time you've cut it out and stuck it together. Okay.
In a very beautiful black packet.
In a very, it's swanky, swanky, swanky.
It is, isn't it?
Slightly ripped. Swanky, swanky, swanky.
I don't call you trash for nothing, do I? Go straight in there, rip it open, like a kid on Christmas morning.
I can't help it. I get
No,
excited.
I know.
Whereas
Whereas I'd have gently eased the corners.
I know you would have
Kept
done.
it pristine.
Crikey. Oh dear.
Takes all sorts, Tash.
So, well, it does indeed. If you are doing this on a ½ metre, by the way, it's super easy. You're going to have to cut out 2 of these. What I did, because when you get your ½ metres, right, let me just demonstrate here. Obviously, they're folded in half. So, the easiest way to do this, you should get a golf buggy and bring stuff from the warehouse. Honestly, I wasn't thinking clown cart. Thanks, Sylv. Feeling that love today. I mean, basically, we use my car, if I'm honest,
Yeah.
which is part clown, whatever, to be, if I'm honest. I got out of the warehouse the other day, opened the boot, and one of Emily's balls fell off and rolled across the car park with a big smiley face on. Didn't I feel sophisticated? Here we go. So folding that in half, you've got 2 folded edges there then. So it's like a mega piece of binding. Fold it into the middle. And if I press, and then you've got that fold line. And so if you are feeling, you know, excitable, you can then just cut all around there, and that's your cutting out done. Do it with obviously your lining, outer, bosh, done. And that's what I did this morning, dear viewer, before, you know, whilst you were slumbering in your bed. Fact.
Listening to the rain outside.
Is it raining then? Don't know.
That's been for a while.
Has it?
Mm.
I've been doing stuff. So then you've got this, right, there's all sorts of information on here, and this has been known to scare people in the past. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. What we're going to do is pop this on here. Stop stitching here. Okay. And then you want to also leave a turning through-y gap there. You might want to just pop some of these markers on the other side, so that when you flip it, you can go, right, that's where I'm going to leave my turning through gap, and that's going to be my starty stoppy bit. You've got another starty stoppy bit, and that's fine. We'll worry about that later.
Okay.
So we're going to stitch all round the bottom for now. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. 1/4 inch seam allowance. Boom, off we go.
I think it's raining everywhere today. Everyone seems to be reporting such.
Oh, really?
Pouring with rain in West Suffolk.
Whee! Sorry, what?
Pouring with rain in West Suffolk,
West
Gloucestershire, all
Suffolk?
sorts of places.
Is that Laurie? We've got Laurie with us this morning.
Have we got Laurie with us this morning? I've not
Laurie,
seen.
you there?
It was
Make
Eileen that was
yourself
telling
known.
us
Oh,
that.
thanks, Eileen. Do you know we've got quite a lot of people in Suffolk?
Yeah. Ah, Helen Law, making Steve sit and watch. I'm horrible to him on his birthday.
Steve's birthday! Happy birthday, Steve!
All the birthdays today.
I did think of Steve when I was in Cornwall, because we stayed in a boathouse, a converted boathouse, and they were bringing boats on and off the water, and so I sent Helen a message saying, "This is what I think Steve does when he goes out to play boats." And she's like, "Well, yeah, apart from they have sails." And I'm like, "Are you sure it's sails and not just he uses his kilt?" Apparently he doesn't. Happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Right.
Cass says it's raining and blustering in Sydney too.
Oh, I feel better about it being
Everywhere.
miserable in the UK if it's miserable in Australia.
Drizzle in Norwich, and the only place that seems to be sunny is Bodmin.
You're joking.
No.
Bodmin's never sunny when everyone else is.
Very sunny and very warm.
Oh, I
Well,
was in
Anna,
Bodmin last week.
appreciate that, because you seem
Yeah.
to be in the minority.
Yeah. Enjoy that while that lasts, for sure. But in true Cornish style, you see, Cornwall has the most hours of sunlight, sort of in this country. I think because it can be sunny and rain at the same time. I've never lived in a place where you had more rainbows. It's just beautiful.
Ah,
Really beautiful.
it was beautiful.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Even the back of that fabric's just lovely.
I know. So this is a William Morris one that we've got on the show for you today as well. It's called Brer Rabbit.
So
Is that
lovely.
how oh gosh, what's her name? Ro. Is that how Marina pronounces her son's name?
Brer?
Is he
Yes,
Brer?
he
As
is
in like
Brer.
Brer Rabbit.
Yeah. I think Brer means brother.
Does it?
Mm.
And yet he was the first.
He was the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've never dared say his name out loud because
No,
I'm not
it's
sure
Brer.
that I've
Yeah.
ever said it
No.
right.
Correct.
So like, oh, how's the little one? As you do when
Yeah.
you've either forgotten a name or can't
Yeah.
say it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. So I'm just going to stitch around here. I am going to do a little holding stitch, and this time I'm not leaving a turning through gap. This is a William Morris fabric, and the reason that I'm using this is twofold. Firstly, it's beautiful, and secondly, because Emily actually has a little pouch that I made for her nappy and her wet wipes. So this will be for her. I mean, you know, if only she had a birthday coming up soon or something.
I know.
I mean,
If only.
she actually does. Bless her. My mum, before we came to air, sent me a message saying, I'm going to post her birthday card, but I'm going to save her present until we actually see her, just so that she thinks it's her birthday every day. Just confirming that fact. Like,
Just
thanks,
to
Mum.
torture you further.
I know,
and make this carry on for another year.
Beautiful, thanks,
Brilliant.
Mum. Yeah. She just laughs and says that I get everything I deserve with my daughter. I don't know what she means. No idea, none. Right, so you then want to turn this jobby thing inside out. Cleaning up in the lakes, Suzanne.
Clearing.
Oh, clearing up.
Clearing up. The weather.
Oh!
I think it's brightening
Oh, I
up.
thought you were doing a spot of tidying.
No.
Oh, crikey. Steady on. Steady on. Now, what you want to do now is turn your lining so that you are right sides together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like so. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
And then line up. So you know how we did. Did I do that here or did I do it at the craft store? The sunglasses frame the other day. I did that at the craft store, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And you separate the top parts out. That's exactly what we're doing here. And I just match up the tops. Stick a pin, clip, whatever you fancy. Now you see, Alistair, when he did his, he did his in stripes. So you can just sew fabric in stripes and do this. But I like to use this as an excuse for a big bold pattern.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Well, you've got a good space there, haven't you, to showcase one of your favourite fabrics.
For sure. So what you're going to do is stitch around both sides. Okay, so that you've got that opening of what we're creating here is that opening, so that you've got that, so that you can have a jolly good rummage.
Love a rummage.
I know you do. Yes, there's no denying that. She does.
Get everything in.
Well, absolutely. So let's just simply do that, shall we?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Steve says, thank you for my birthday wishes. H doesn't have to make me watch you. You're all always very entertaining and I learn a lot vicariously.
Ah.
And anyway, it's a lovely way to spend a soggy morning int caravan.
Have you gone away for...
See?
He wouldn't have said that in a northern accent though, Jem, to be
It
fair.
says int.
I know, but he's Scottish.
Well,
could you do it more Scottish,
I'm not
please?
doing a no, I will offend the whole of Scotland if I try. So no.
I think we did that with our talk of kilts, to be fair. I don't think we need to wait now to offend.
No. Every day's a school day, isn't it?
For sure. We are not messing about with our sewing today.
No.
Cracking right on with that. There we go. So, Gemma, should we tell them what we're doing tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
No.
Oh, can I not
I'm
even
leaving
make-
at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, I know you're leaving at 1 o'clock tomorrow, but I'm interviewing someone for a job, right?
Whose name I don't think you can mention.
I know I won't mention, but I will just mention that it is possibly the best name I have ever heard of.
Ever heard.
So if we decide that we love her and we offer her the job and she, shock horror accepts it, then we will be, bringing a fabulous new name into the Natasha Makes
into the
family.
mix.
I don't think it's wrong to employ someone based on their name.
I mean, fortunately, this will be a group decision. So,
You think that, Gemma? I love that you think
you're
that.
not going to just
No, I'm
not
not.
based on just the name. No.
But when you find out the name, when I tell you the name, you will agree that it should have been.
It's one of the best names I've ever heard.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think we can shout about the fact that having a spectacular name is an asset when it comes to, presenting yourself for a job with us.
Well, I don't know. Well, what were you thinking?
Well, lovely Sil Sparkly and her rather marvellous name, but
Well, I
she's
know.
far too far away.
Well, there are a lot of fabulous names that watch us.
We've got so many. And there's some you read and you go, oh, that person's got one of those names that you can just tell are a good egg.
I know. And I think we've got about 4 Margaret Smiths in total that buy from us. And every
About
time
40 Margaret Smiths, I feel.
Every time
many
Inge gets
Margarets.
really excited, thinking that it's like the Dame
Maggie Smith.
And I'm like, I don't think Dame Maggie Smith is going to be watching us somehow. I mean,
I
prove
almost
us
want
wrong.
to start placing false orders just to get Inga excited, I might place one, Dame Helen Mirren or something like that, just to see if she comes running in with, look who's placed an order, and I'll just
Tell you
laugh,
what,
and then that'd be so
That's
cruel,
not
wouldn't
going to be
it?
a bad idea for
So
April
mean.
Fools, is it?
I just
It would be hilarious.
just hope she doesn't see this, and then we could.
Oh, she watches us in the bath.
Too many pranks.
Right, so now it looks looking good. Looks like this. It's all right. Just going to turn it through. It's all going well. Promise.
Ready? It's like the rabbit out of the hat moment.
I mean, there is a rabbit.
Yes, there is. Or
It's
is
a rabbit.
Yeah. And say,
All
or
of
is it
that.
hair? No, it's Brer Rabbit.
No, yeah, it's not hair, it's
It
Brer.
is.
Brer, 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 brer. If you've got your pokey sticky tool, which I have in my William Morris spinny thing, I've got all the technical terms today.
yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. You mean your beautifully covered in William Morris pin flare rotary tidy?
That's the monkey. Yep.
Yeah.
All of that. Here we go. So
Steve was just mentioning and clarifying on accents. I'm a purebred mongrel with roots in Aberdeenshire and Derbyshire, but a lifetime of moving around, now mostly in Norfolk, so nobody thinks I talk proper. I don't think we'll offend then with
We're going
any
to have to
slight
try harder then to offend him, aren't we?
swayings that we go into wrong accents.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm struggling with this as just the bag. Can you imagine what it's like when I try and change the sheets? And I try and put a new duvet cover on. It's a mess. I actually climb inside. I lay it out and I climb
You're
inside.
a foot taller than me. Imagine
I
how
know,
how
I
I manage
know.
with a king size.
My ex-boyfriend had a 6'7" wingspan, and that was the one job that he ever had to do, was just put the sheets on the bed, because he could just stand there like that and it all just draped in. You've got to have your uses, right?
Absolutely.
Right, so it's starting to look like that, which I think is rather lush. I'm not going to lie. I heart this. I think Alistair, this is one of my favourite Alistair patterns of all time. I tell him that regularly. He's like, I have got others, Natasha. I'm like, I know. It's my favourite one and I've made it a lot. And so I'm going to share it with the world a lot. And it's one that everyone always comments on and goes, oh, that's really lovely. It's really lovely. You yawning in the corner,
Oh, I
Jem.
turned my head and everything, so I was nowhere near the mic. I was
It's
up
all
really
right.
early this morning.
We'll keep you entertained, it's fine.
It's me trying to subtly get away with that.
I know, subtly off camera.
You
You're not
pushed
even
me
on
right under the
camera,
bus.
are you? I know, it's what friends do.
That's what friends are for.
Oh no, she's singing. Lord help us.
Oh dear.
Right, so I'm just pressing the top bits so that they look fabulous. And we're nearly done. I mean, this is a really quick make. So, Karen, when you're back from Morrison's, for someone like you that is making to sell, You can bosh a few of these out. She did like 80 cushion covers the other day in her
Amazing.
bid to restock. Now,
Amazing.
it's show season, isn't it, for her? I'm going to need a set of handles. I'll put some down here.
I mean, there are
Diamond
many,
dent.
many handles.
Many a handle. You might want to take this off stock.
I was just about to suggest that. Have you gone thinking that you own the place again?
I might have.
I
Right.
don't know.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to use. Fold that out of the way. Let's actually. Oh. We are going to align, and that is how you're going to fold this down. You can either use this both sides. I just tend to match them. It's kind of how I do it. And then pop a little pin in. Or clip, just something so that it holds it whilst you arrange yourself. So that's going to stay there. Now, peeps, this is the thing, right? Because you've got to get that in there. Yep. Gemma's like,
Yep.
"Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, you have. So, this is what we're going to do. Going to put that in there, and we are going to pin it. Okay. Pin as much as you like. Right, and then we are just going to start stitching.
Now, you see, the first time you did this, my head nearly fell off because this is the part that I always do by hand.
Oh, yeah,
And
you
then
can
to
do
see
that.
you do it on the machine, I was like, oh, why have I spent so long hand stitching these
There,
handles
it
in?
was a revelation for some. I'm just going to turn that off a second and just change my foot because I don't need. Now, I haven't done this for quite some time, so I've just got to hope that I actually remember how to do it. But when I do it and I get it right, it's amazing.
It's true. It's true.
And I don't think that it's even. I don't think even Alistair does it like I do it.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, Right. Are we ready? Okay. What you can do, if you want, with your disappearing marker, is draw a line along there just to keep you straight. Should we do that?
Yeah, why
Why
not?
not?
Let's do it proper like.
Proper like we're doing a proper demonstration. Now,
My
hang
head
on.
nearly fell off. Yes, my head nearly fell off with shock. Because I sat and watched her stitch it on a machine and went, oh,
Why have I
doing?
been hand sewing this
Well,
all my life?
Plus, I've been, overfilling these lovely bags. And then, hand stitching's fine. But I feel, a machine stitch is going to be a little bit more robust.
Yeah, it is for you.
Yeah.
So,
When I'm, overfilling these bags and swinging them.
well, yeah, I mean, right? Okay. So, as we go, peeps, this is what we're going to do. We are just going to.
Lo's
on.
back.
Hi, Lo. We're just going to keep on turning as we go. Taking the fabric over the top because it just starts to gather on the bag as you go. But because you've drawn that line on your fabric, you're always good. You are always good.
It's a beauty.
Really is. And that's what I would say to you, is just draw that line and then you've always got it as that reference. And as you go, just let it do what it needs to do. will all work out beautifully, Jem, won't it?
It will.
It will. See, it will. And that's the beauty of it. There we go, on that line. Back and forward just to finish it off. Bosh.
Look.
Bish, bash, bosh. One handle in. Should we do the other one?
Defo.
Whilst we're on a roll.
Ah, Sharon
Now
says
look at that.
she's always been
Perfect.
scared of using these handles, but you make it look so easy, she'll have to give it a go now.
Yes!
Yes,
Give it a
Sharon.
go! Give it a go! And don't do all that hand stitching business. Gosh. Well, unless you like to, of course, you know. Bossy, me.
I think for those who've ever been scared of making a bag, this is the bag to make.
Oh, for sure. For
This
sure.
is the one that, you know, for years actually, there was about 3 things in my sewing repertoire, and this being one of them,
Whee.
because I was too, you know, scaredy cat of doing anything else.
Yeah, you know, and I think that just so long as, you know,
You don't leave it 15 years to try something else?
absolutely.
Yeah, that.
You're going to be good, right? So this time we're going to do it so that we just place that pin in just to hold that, to take it to the machine, and then all the way down. A short version of that bag would be great with a handbag in PU. Yes. All right then. Mission accomplished? No.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
That's
the badger.
That is the badger. Here we go.
Challenge on.
Right. This is the other way to do it, is get the handle inside it. Oop. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Forwards and back, secure that stitch, and then off we jolly well go. This might be an easy way for you if you are happy to just keep this bit in there. Move that there for you, you can see, can't you? So we're lined up on that line where we've drawn. And you're just going to keep moving the handle. So you can either do it like we did before, where you move it slightly away, or if you want to keep the handle just there, you just keep moving it towards you, then it gathers behind. So you either gather it and push it away, or you gather it and bring it towards you, if that makes sense.
It does.
Wish I'd press this a bit better actually. Mine's all going to be ruched. No one's going to see. So just keep pulling that, making sure, yep, we're all on the right line. And this is why you don't want to pin too much, because you're constantly moving this towards you. So if you've whacked a pin in the way, then you're going to... So if you can get the handle underneath, that is the easier way. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you have this. Rather beautiful thing.
Gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? Which, when you open it up, is super roomy. And I will, because I'll give this to Mims, to little Emily, I will just stitch across there when I remember. And we're done. No UFOs around here, let me tell you.
Perish the thought.
Right. And it's done in such a time that you won't see it either. So for those of you that, again, have an aversion to hand stitching, I'm with you, I'm totally with you. It's okay. How many things, Jem, do you have sitting there because it needs some hand stitching doing?
I know. I mean, I love some hand stitching, but it's finding the time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This morning I found the time to do some hand stitching because my button fell off my blouse.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I say my button fell off, but I have a suspicion that a certain otter hound might have chewed it when I hung it up to dry. She's going through the washing at the moment.
She's a minx.
She is a minx, yeah. So there we go. That is one round handle bag. That's Alistair's one. Now, I promised you my bag. which I started off thinking I'm going to try and make a bag that's going to look great with round handles. Okay, like that. But actually, then I went and had a little rummage in the warehouse, and I realised that actually we had oval ones, which just looked gorgeous on it. I was like, oh! So you can use either handle. Either handle. We're not judging. Either handle. And this is going to be, again, roomy and la 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 la. Swinging 60s is what it's been called because Gemma named it.
Yep.
Because I used the Creative Grids half 60 ruler
You did.
to create it. Now, there it is. The beautiful thing about that is there is a template in the pattern. So if you don't have this, get yourself some template plastic and use the template that's in there. But if you have this ruler, it does make life easier. Like there's no denying that. No denying that. Oh, the other thing we never mentioned, Gem, I don't know if they're all gone. Have you seen the crazy deal that we put on? We had a handful of these Art Gallery fabric things left.
Turned up during the move, didn't they?
Yeah, they did turn up during the move. I thought they'd all gone.
They'd been packed into a box ready for the move.
Yeah.
And then,
We didn't know. So we just thought,
Yeah.
we'll just make the most of it. You have got 10.5 yards.
I think we
In
might have
here.
three
left.
Yeah.
They should have been £75. They're 45.
Only today, though.
Only for today. And but they're gone. And most of them have gone. We've got a few left. But yeah, they're half yards. 10 half yards. That's 5 yards of fabric for £45. Whichever way up you look at it, that's rather good. Right, so what we are going to do is either use your template. Here we go. Use your template, or use your ruler. Please do use template plastic though. Cut yourself your strips of your fabric. All right. And I would just chop the end off, spin it around, give it a quick press because it's been sitting there for a little while. So you can layer these up. Absolutely you can. If you're using the Creative Grid, you want to line up that top part there, down along there, and it's on the 8-inch line. And away you cut. Now, spin it around. And then line everything up. And away you go again. All the way along. And I'm going through multiple layers there. Nay bother at all.
Love it.
Technical term that. Nay bother.
Nay bother.
Nay bother. Until you got carried away and have quite a few. And then we're just going to sew them together. So you want to sew them into pairs. And then when you've got them into pairs, you want to add another one. You want to add them, so you've got 3. And then you're going to put them together. So let's start off with this, shall we? Because let's just... And you might want to lay them out and decide what design you want to go where. So that one might go... You do have to like work out. Because they sort of go back to back. Back to back, they face each other.
Yeah.
You cold, Gem?
A little bit.
It's a bit chilly today, isn't it?
Smidge.
Actually, I'm going to go with the darker one, dark side. There. It's going to make a triangle. Let's do another one here, shall we? Nice.
This is a nice rainy day project, actually.
It is another good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The beauty of it is it's not complicated. The hardest thing you got to do is pick which fabrics you want to use.
Yeah.
That's a bit difficult.
Have a twiddle.
For me. Have a little twiddle.
Like a twiddle.
And then, get them all set up in whatever order or anything else you want. Just make it match and pop that one there like that. so that you end up with all of these. And what we will do is find our last pairing here. And because you've put them right sides together, because you get opposites, so that all works out a treat when you're cutting. There and there, like so. And if you want to mix them around a bit, then do so. It's all good. Then you're going to put them right sides together. And this is the really easy bit. You're just going to sew 1/4 inch straight down there on all of them. So you can chain stitch these. It's not a problem at all. But, there's always a but, isn't there, Gemma?
There is always a but.
There is always a but. You will then want to press your seams open. Open.
Open,
okay?
open.
Open. Get all of these prepped. Now, with regards to this fabric, and you're going to go straight down there, by the way, and I'm going to just swap my foot back over. Jem, have we got, we've got these in a fat 1/4 bundle, haven't we?
We have. Yeah.
Which is rather lovely.
It is.
And I know a lot of you have been waiting to see this. And oh, these fabrics are just gorgeous. It's Moda. It's Moda fabric straight off. It's Moda. And it is
Jardin de Fleur.
Jardin de Fleur.
French General.
By French General. Now, French General is actually a few people in America, but they have a real thing about vintage French. So that's always the feel of French General, is that vintage feel, which is just gorgeous. And their fabrics are really always phenomenal. Now, when you are stitching these, it's not, what I'm not worried for you is that you are, all I would say is just make sure that you are consistent with your seam allowance. All right. So if you've got a foot, this one can go slightly over 1/4 inch, just because I've used it for so much bag making. And so the guide has been pushed out ever so slightly. I really need a new one. But just be consistent and all will be well. Also prep your fabrics. Before I started, I got my flatter spray out and I did give it a good old zhuzh with some of that and a press. So. And then we're going to give them a good press. Open. Now, why are we pressing them open? We're pressing those seams open so that we reduce bulk, okay? Otherwise, it does get a bit bulky in the middle, which is fine. And if you find that you're a bit bulky in the middle, you know, we all understand that, right?
You're not alone.
But also, the other thing is just stick a button on it. We've got some beautiful handmade by me buttons, or handmade with love. That's it. Handmade by with love buttons.
Or a covered button.
Or a covered button. They're also lovely. And then you
So
can make a
nice.
feature of it. So all I'm going to do is finger press open, go in with my iron. There we go. And in a minute I'll heat up because I don't think I've given it enough love. A minute, there we go. But you do want to, this is just going to decrease the bulk. If only that were easy, Jem.
I mean.
No.
This look awesome in so many different fabrics as well, wouldn't it?
It's going to give a real different feel. I mean, this is a very shabby chic look, but if you do it in, you could just do it in 2 tones, or you could do it as a rainbow all the way around. You could do it in all sorts.
Oh my
Be
gosh, a rainbow
right.
one would look
I
amazing.
know! Why haven't I done that? Why haven't I done that?
Look amazing.
It would, because especially with like one of the black handles
Yeah,
with a rainbow.
graphite, yeah, would look fab.
Cafe, you know, any of that. All looking good. We have just had notification that the brand new K-Facet Collective fabrics are on their way to us. So, you know, look out for that. We are going to carry the full new range. It's always a big investment for us, isn't it, when it comes through? And I always make it because, you know, it's cake, isn't it?
It is.
If I press my body in opposites, will it decrease the bulk? I mean, Lo, I think that's called yoga. And with prolonged bouts of yoga, it can do that. But, you know, and I say that as a qualified yoga instructor. But, you know, I wouldn't actually put that in writing or sign it.
Oh, Danny says, I wish.
Oh, Danny, I
Don't we all?
know, we're all there with you. Right, what did I do with this? Here we go. So now, we can put all of these away for another. Jem, there's enough for you to make one for yourself there, love.
Hurrah!
I know, right? Here we go.
Cheers.
Chin chin. I mean, I'm just going to... Do you know the reason that I didn't sew these together was I suddenly realised.
Oh,
I know! So I thought, oh, that's a good excuse. I'll just make the top halves.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to be really careful.
Really
about
careful.
really careful about how I now sew and place these together. Yeah. Which, you know, as Gemma says, you know, I'm a bit bish bash bosh sometimes. Don't know what she means by that. Nice.
Nice.
I realised that actually Lisa does take the mick. Lisa in Australia, she does take the mick out of me just saying nice. I didn't realise it was something that I said like that, and she just, I was on the phone, she's like, yeah, nice.
Nice.
And I was like, who says it like that? She's like, you do. Really?
Nice.
Nice. I mean, it was a bit, oh no. You know what I've done, don't you?
What you done?
I've picked, I can't remember which side to sew down now. Bear with me, caller. This is how stuff gets moved and the wrong seams get sewn. It's not funny, Gemma. Being professional
I'm not causing
today.
trouble. I'm sat here being really well behaved.
We're being
I didn't
professional.
distract you. You distracted yourself.
I did distract myself. That's the sad thing about it,
If we
isn't
look
it?
back at your school reports, they'd probably say the same.
Do you know what? Until I met you at school, my school reports were amazing. I'll have you know.
Shush.
They were. When I left my school to go to sixth form and moved up to the Midlands from Sussex, I remember the head of our school saying, "But who's going to be head girl now?" Could you imagine me as head girl? Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
That's how much of a nerd I
You're
was.
like Patsy Stone being
I
head
know,
girl.
I know. But at the time, I was a good girl.
Aww.
I know. Patsy Stone was so rude to me.
We have got a delivery man who does think you are Joanna Lumley. He gets quite excited whenever he sees you.
And if it wasn't for like the 40-year age difference, I'd be like, oh, thanks, love. But
He stops just short of standing there rubbing his thighs as he says it.
oh no!
He does, he like,
Gemma!
oh, you look just like Joanna Lumley, and you can almost hear this little in the back of his throat. He gets dead pleased when he sees you. If it's just us that are in, he's like, oh, no Joanna Lumley today. No. I should say. She's out with the horses covered in excrement. That might just, you know.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do
That
it.
might kill its own dead.
Yeah, that should do it. Should be the one.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a wingman like Gemma. It's fine.
Just add that to the list. Work wife,
To your your
Couple of
ever-growing
cuttings.
list of
wingman, wing woman, perhaps.
wing woman. Yeah, wing woman. Right, I'm just again pressing these seams open. I'd forgotten about him. I prefer the delivery man that brings us curry. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
We love him.
That is the best curry,
There.
like bar none. Haven't
We
seen
should
him
probably
for a bit.
clarify. We don't buy curry and have it delivered. It's not that he's a curry delivery man. He just is a
Oh no,
delivery man who brings us
he's
curry.
a DPD delivery guy
Yeah.
and he brings us curry. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Do you know what? I was
Yeah.
really sad to move to the warehouse thinking that we wouldn't have that guy.
We're only just down the road though, surely.
No, it's not. I checked. This is how sad it is. I actually checked whether or not we were our new warehouse, whether we would still be on his run. So he could
Will
still bring
we?
us- No.
Oh.
No, we
Is he the
won't.
really good-looking one as well?
I mean, that helps.
Oh. Rubbish.
I know.
Oh.
But he will still be delivering to Stephen.
Yes.
So maybe we could convince him. Maybe we could do like a swap for pizza stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Good plan,
and
Stan.
that'll work.
Good plan, Stan.
You can see
Anne
this
says
household.
that we're hilarious. I mean, someone's got to think so. Cheers, Anne.
I'll take that. Oh dear me.
We think we're hilarious, but I don't think many other people would agree.
Maybe just in like small doses.
Oh dear.
There we go. I'm chain piecing. Chain piecing and sewing and hoping that I'm sewing the right thing. It's easier when you add the third on to not... Am I going to really jinx myself?
I'm just
I'm not
sitting
gonna
here biting my
looking.
lip.
You're just looking in the opposite direction,
Oh.
just in case I really mess it. No, I won't really mess it up. But this is not a difficult pattern. As much as we jest, it really isn't, and it's all good. So Gemma, I was thinking, and I am aware that potentially I should like save these thoughts for off air, but you know we're here
I'm
now.
dreading this now. Go on.
No, but you know, and actually you can tell us whether or not this is something that you might like. Last year at Christmas, so that we could have the Christmas off between Christmas, Christmas off, the week off between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
Right. It is fair to say that we did interviews.
We did.
Should we do that again this year? See where we've all come a year on.
Oh my word. Well, we'll have to see what everyone thinks.
What do you think?
Do they want to hear us all
I don't know.
again?
Again. Well, I mean, like we could talk. No idea what you're saying, just giggling. Let's go.
Carry
I mean, that's always a bonus, isn't it?
Carry on, says Carol. Good. Yeah, that's going to keep us all in a job, isn't it? Brilliant.
We've done our job well today.
Oh, great.
We've sewn stuff and laughed. It is true though, if we haven't had a good belly laugh by 7 o'clock in the morning, it's not a good day, is it?
No. No.
So all I'm doing is pressing my seams open, by the way. Ooh, interview me!
Yeah, no. I haven't got a bleep button.
I didn't even say anything then. No, Gemma, I think this is an excellent idea because actually Lo's got great stories.
Pre-record.
No,
though.
it would be a pre-record.
And
They'd
then
all be pre-records.
Josh can sit there with a bleep button.
Josh can sit there with a bleep button. That'll be fine. There you go, Lo. You're up. She does have great stories. Great stories. I spent over an hour on the phone to Lo the other day. She just made me laugh. Yes, it's great having the interviews. Plus, you deserve time off. Well, thank you. I enjoyed the interviews last year. It was nice to put a face to a name. Well, that's just it, isn't it? You know, you need to see the team. You need to see the team. Right, do you want to see what we're doing now so that Carol knows what we're doing? I'm worried now. She doesn't know what we're doing. I'm making this. Not this. Hang on.
Oh, love. Claire Angelina says it doesn't hurt to look. Baby Adam's paediatrician was gorgeous. True story. When I had something nasty, I had to be popped out, had to go and have an operation and have something horrible removed that turned out to not be as horrible as it could have been. But when I came round, because I can't have a normal anaesthetic.
Well, there's
It
nothing
sends my
normal
heart
about you, Gemma.
racing and I get really quite ill and they have a problem with getting me awake again. Long story short, they gave me a very interesting combination of different sedatives to knock me out instead.
Amazing.
Some of which I'm told are, pretty potent. And I came round
No.
and was telling
I'm
everyone
kind of
how
worried for
beautiful
you.
they were. I was just looking at them all
that's
saying, you're
nice.
all so beautiful. And I looked across at this poor chap, this porter who's pulling the trolley and went, even you.
Oh, nice. Everybody loves to be patronised by a heavily drugged lady. Brilliant.
And I got back on the ward and my mum was worried sick and came in. And I'm sat in a chair because I'd refused to lie down in a bed because I'm completely
No.
completely addled by
Bonkers.
whatever they've given me.
Yeah.
And she came in and I'm sat in this chair and I'm like, hello, hi. She's like, oh, are you all right? And I'm like, yes, sit down quick. I said, you need to see my, the guy who gave me my anaesthetic. You need to see the anaesthetist. She's like, really? I said, yes, because I'm pretty sure he looks like a cross between Jamie Redknapp and she, as he walked past, she went, Gary Lucy, he does. He does.
Oh, crikey, you didn't get Ed's on it, did you?
No.
Oh.
But I was so pleased. And I said, oh, Mum, I'm so glad. I wasn't sure if he did look like a cross between Jamie Redknapp and Gary Lucy or whether I'm just completely off my face.
I mean, possibly
both.
Both. Now, for anybody that's interested, what I'm doing here
Sewing.
is sewing. Yeah.
That thing.
But if you want to, you have got that middle bit there. If you want to stick a pin through where they sort of join so that you know where you're aiming for,
Beautiful.
then you can. I think that's a story I haven't heard, Jen,
I know. Every now and again one pops out, doesn't it?
know. There we go.
Same with you.
And then we're just going to stitch that down.
All the technical terms today.
I know.
Stitchy McStitch. It's when you stand there and you go, because, repeatedly, and then I
Of
end
the
up in
wonderful
my
things
head.
he does.
Yes, in my head, I'm still Wizard of Ozzing 20 minutes later.
Right, go steady over that middle bit. And again, if it goes a bit wobbly, stick a button on it. But it should be easier because of how you've pressed it. That's what I tell myself. There we go. Oh, that'll be beautiful. And then this one. Stitch it, and then that's both your bag bits, both your bag front bits done. Again, all the technical terms.
Do you know, Patricia's just said, can you also interview people like Lisa? We'd love to see what she looks like.
We have.
That.
We've already done Lisa.
We've already done Lisa ages ago.
We might do her again though. I think that she deserves to be interviewed again because you know we just scratched the surface with lovely Lisa. But it's on. We have got a section that is interviews.
Yeah.
On Facebook. On our website.
This is where we're like, Josh, lovely Josh.
What we need, Josh.
SJ Josh.
Please, can you create us?
Somebody.
What we're starting to do, though, actually, with our patterns is to write on them when it was demoed so that you can, I think I said this yesterday, look back warts and all as to how to, and possibly not, do these things. You know, as
Patricia, it was a bank holiday, and I want to say it was...
It wasn't the May...
Easter
was it?
time or May or Easter time, maybe.
It wasn't the May bank holiday because... Oh, were there 2 bank holidays in May?
Yeah, there is.
Hers was the first bank holiday in May.
Okay.
And Philip Jacobs was the second. I think that's what I want to. That's what I want to. But yeah, no, Lisa's just lovely, just lovely. Yeah, you do want to have a little watch of that. There we go. Right now, what we now have when you have pressed is this.
It was the 3rd of May.
There you go, see, told you.
I know this because I have our schedule.
Oh, you've got a
online.
schedule in front of us. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
It was
I
Make
know
It
it.
Monday on Monday the 3rd of May 2021.
Because I ordered all of that Philip Jacobs knick-knackery from the States
I
going,
know.
I've got over a month for this to come. 4 months later, it finally rocked up. So just, again, pressing all these seams open. Which just helps it all lie flat. Give it a little steam, a little press. All will be well with the world. And what you should have, there you go, is that. 2 bag fronts, like so. We definitely have an interview section on the website. There we go. You can have a little look on that. So what we are going to do now is we're going to use these now as a template.
Beautiful.
Right. That's what we're going to do. And And we are going to do this with some Styleville. Now, our supplier sent us Styleville as opposed to Styleville Fix in error. Okay, so if you have bought Styleville Fix from us in the last month, because we just didn't notice, did we?
No.
Which
They're an identical product.
yeah, pretty much.
It's just
Please check if you do not have. You see, and even then it's difficult to tell, isn't it? If there's no adhesive on it, if you can't adhere something on either side. I was going to say if you haven't got like a sparkly side, but there is a bit of a sparkly side on this.
yeah. It's when you come to the bonding that you'll find.
Yeah,
isn't
if
it?
you
The
can't
heat
bond it, it might be that it came off that, in which case we will obviously replace it for you. It was, like I say, it was a supplier error. They sent us completely the wrong thing, and we just didn't check the end of the roll. In fact, I don't know if we even knew there was such a thing as just Styleville.
No.
Because we never buy it, so it
No.
wasn't even anything that was on our radar. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, apologies if that has happened for you. Don't bother sending it back. We will just send you out, you know, some fresh. In the meantime, if you then want to use your Styleville, that's the other thing, right? Then of course you can. If you've got Styleville Fix, this step is really easy because you simply bond it on. Oh, you might want to see what I'm doing, right? If you don't, and you've got this, then you have options, always. Or you would have if, oh, here we go, you can spray based. Always an option.
Yep.
Or just pin and tack and then just quilt it on.
Quilt it through, yeah.
And that is also.
But it's so similar, isn't it? It is just that adhesive that's missing.
Yeah, and to be honest, especially if you've got like, I've got a little bit of a wrinkle there. Press that out. With the other one, I just quilted this into place and it just looked really lovely. So that's not going to be a problem for you anyway. And then just trim. What I would do, if I were you, is get yourself some lining fabric. That's what I should have brought with me. Here we go. Yes, I do. Oh, look.
Is this silver mink?
No, but initially it was.
Yeah.
The first one that I did was indeed silver mink. And I'm just going to take a little swathe of that off. Bear with me, corner.
And all of our planes, we just get by the ½ metre.
Well, absolutely. So a ½ metre would do it for sure. You don't have to just swipe it off like I am. Ever the professional, Jem. Ever
you know.
the professional. That's me.
You know.
Whee! So I'm going to give that a little press. And then you're going to use this as your template.
It has been suggested that we should record a staff do, all of us sat in your living room having a chat about the past year with a glass or 3.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
That'd have to go out after 10 o'clock
I
in the
think.
evening, not morning.
Yeah. That could only be a pre-record.
Gemma, when we have people come for our warehouse, I was going to say our warehouse walks. Our warehouse comes to our let me start that again.
Do you want to put your teeth in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we have people come to the warehouse to do workshops, do we have to get them to sign like a disclaimer that they promise not to be offended by anything we say, or
All the things.
all the things? Do we have to do that?
All the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Many, many things that we'd have to consider there for sure.
Now I'm just trimming this back. That is all. All right. But I think if there's tea and cake, it can only go well.
Yeah. Oh, lovely Ali B is apologising for being late.
Oh, I saw little
Yeah.
Barney's getting a bit of extra love, as he
Yeah.
should. As he should. How you doing, Ali? You all right? Now, if you've got little bits like that, don't worry about it. No stress about it. Just take it off. It's fine. Absolutely fine.
A little whisker here and there.
Hmm?
A little whisker here and there.
I thought you said a little whiskey. I was like a bit early, Jem.
Whisker.
Come on.
No, whiskey's one of those. No.
I don't really get whiskey.
No.
I don't get it. We have to buy it for my father-in-law for every birthday,
Can't bear
Christmas,
the smell
Father's Day,
even.
anything like that.
I can't bear the smell even.
He'll have a whiskey. But my grandma was a Bell's drinker,
No, my granddad was.
so it just reminds me of my
Yeah.
grandma. But that was it. She'd go down to the co-op for her Bell's. There we go. So that is one side. What? What?
So sparkly. I can promise to try and be equally offensive.
I mean, that works.
That works. That's,
Can we
that's
have that
really a
in writing
prerequisite
as
for someone who
well?
wants to work with us.
Amazing.
Just add that to the list. Oh dear.
Do you know, I did say to this lady that's coming for a job interview, I said, do you scare easy?
You did. Oh, SJ and I sat there and were chuckling like, oh no, did she just say that? But it's only fair.
It is only
It's
fair to give
only
people a heads up of what
fair.
it's like in the wonderful world of Natasha Makes.
Yeah.
You know, where would you know? I'm just going to stick that there. That is the only problem with this. You know, Gemma, I said you only need half a metre.
Oh.
Well, maybe if I'd done it that way, would that have solved the problem? Hang on. No, you're going to need a metre. But
Little
you're going to
pattern end.
have a whole load left. A whole load left, that's for sure. Oh, these just look gorgeous, don't they? Even if I say so myself. So now we've cut out our lining, haven't we? I mean, that's already done. Perfect. Smoothing that out. Whee! Oh, just trod on a needle then.
Oh, ouch.
Health and safety. Yeah, it was. It was that blinking needle that didn't work. Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
No, getting its own back. There we are. I did wonder where it went. I was looking for it this morning. So, if you want to be super duper duper whatever, then you can obviously, you know, use that. It's pretty much the same, to be fair. But if you do want to just use that as a template, can't find my little one. Go with this one again. Then do. And keep these because soon we're going to do bags that need clasps and things, and then you'll want some of your little offcuts so that
Never
you
throw
can.
offcuts away, do you?
No, you
So
absolutely don't.
useful.
Do you know what? It's actually just easier to do it like this. And like I say, you can, you know, you can quilt this, no problem at all. And if you want to just line up that line through there, so you're getting everything nicely aligned, because of course, you know, you've had biases and stuff going on. It's all good. It's all good. And if you want to, you can jiggle it round however you like, but fundamentally, you use this as your template. And all is well, Gemma.
All is well.
All is well. With the world. Apart from that little bit there. There we go. Right. Pop that to one side, gently.
Oh, we've got a little telling off from Anne. Naughty girl ironing on the cutting mat.
Well, it's not, well, it didn't even get warm.
No.
Didn't even get warm.
That lovely starville in the
All
way,
right.
you see.
Yeah. There we go. So, we now have 2 outers. If you wanna quilt and do all sorts of stuff, I would do that. I would rough cut round, quilt, then cut back. If you want to do that, we haven't got time to do that today. So we are going to look at these ear things now. Now. Let's have a look, because we are
Sorry,
going
is it just
to.
me that's seeing fabulous placemats as well?
Well,
If
you know,
quilted
there
through those
is
and bound them, they'd just
there
be
is that.
gorgeous.
You want to swing these around so that.
Sorry, swing.
So
Swinging
yeah, it's
60s
the
bag.
swinging 60s
Yeah,
bag, right?
yeah.
Yeah. You want to swing this around so that you have your parallel sides there. Okay. And you want to put them right sides together. Now, before you do that, what you're going to do, can you see there's a point there where you've sewn and a point there, and that bit across there we're going to chop off. I know. Big girl pants on.
Yeah.
You're all right. Come on, you can do this. So, from that seam to that seam, chop it off. And do you know what else you're going to do while you're doing that, Jen?
Lining as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole shebang. Because whatever we do to the outer, we're going to do with the lining. And we're going to do it with a rotary cutter. Haha! When I find it. There it is. So, lining up. So can you see exactly where we're going here? From that point in that middle, if you look at that as a triangle there, from that middle point there to this middle point here, chopping off that bit. It's rigorous, Jem.
You do know you're going to have to make a rainbow one of these now, don't you?
I know. And then also on this one. And then that does kind of determine, I'm not going to worry about matching whatever's. There we go. But now what you do, you see is that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what you have are your 2 outers.
Beautiful.
And your 2 linings, and you are good to go, as they say. So we're going to stitch down here, round and across. Okay. Everything sticks to this. Everything sticks. So that's just a thing. Get over that. You'll find all sorts of stuff.
Quilting clips are so useful for this, aren't they?
There we are. Yes.
I don't know what I did before quilting clips. I use them for everything.
You probably bent a lot of pins, Jen. That's probably what you did.
I stabbed myself in the fingers a lot as well.
That, which is, you know, not ideal,
No.
is it really? If you want to increase your stitch length a bit, then do. And the other thing is, if you can't judge your 1/4 of an inch, whoops, then you can just sew off the side and then just go onto the next side.
Yeah.
Like, you can absolutely do that. No judgment on that whatsoever, just do it. Something has happened.
Bobbin chicken. Oh.
I checked it as well, didn't I?
You did.
I did. It looked like it had lots. Bear with me, Paula. We'll get there in the end.
I mean, it wouldn't be a real show, would it, if you didn't have to do this at some point?
I like to think that it just echoes the reality
That's exactly
that
my
is sewing.
point.
Yeah. Yep. Just talk amongst yourselves. What's going on chat,
We
Jen?
just had a zoom at how fast you were sewing, and of course now that's been brought to an abrupt halt.
Well, you know, yeah.
And yeah, there's been.
Uh-oh.
Elizabeth Krangle says, I'd be thinking all the time, what can I use the chopped off bit for?
Oh, what can you use the chopped off bit for?
Lo said nappies for gnomes.
Nappies for gnomes?
Yeah. Of course she said nappies for gnomes.
A potential. I'm not sure that particular market has been filled.
No,
If I'm honest.
Or needs to be.
Or, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're a gnome and you need a nappy, like you're a gnome that needs a nappy,
I don't think
right?
we need to talk about filled nappies.
Okay.
No.
There you go, Lo, you've been told.
Yeah.
Gemma would have edited that out of your interview, just so you know. It's a good job it's not her that's editing. We could have the Meet the Makers.
Meet the makers. Could do.
It means, though, that you've actually got to make something, though. I know she's like, wow, Jane makes it look really easy. Wouldn't happen like that to me. And then you see photos of what she's created in her mohome. And you go, well, you kind of can, though.
She'll argue now. Because we weren't made to make something last year, were we?
Huh?
Whilst you interviewed all of us, we weren't made to make something, were we? Actually, I think we should be made to make something this year. I think, especially Josh. Josh should be made to make something while being interviewed. That would be really good.
You're evil. I'd really like to keep Josh because he does a good job. So no.
Oh,
and
he
it's
could
a good
do
job
some
you don't
cutting
get
and
the final
sticking
say.
and things. That would
Cutting
be
and
so
sticking
fun.
and things. He's not 3.
No, I know, but I'd love it. I'd love to see him.
I know
make
you'd
something.
love it. It's
I
just
bet
whether or not
can
he
make
would love
stuff.
it. Josh is super creative.
Yeah,
That's like
exactly.
he
He
is.
could
He is
make
like
stuff.
our creative director.
Exactly, he could make stuff.
He's super creative. Oh, hang on, your phone's flashing. I bet that's him.
No, actually not.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, you've missed a trick there, Josh. You could have told her.
Told me what he's going to make.
Actually, Josh signs up for like a creative box thing that arrives like a subscription that arrives every 3 months, and he gets something different to do. So yeah,
It's not a bad plan.
what getting
Inga
Josh?
could sit knitting whilst being interviewed.
Inga's a
SJ likes to knitting as well.
whiz at the old knitting.
Yeah, SJ loves knitting also.
So we had this thing because we wanted Inga to do a knitting show, but the trouble is that she's almost too good. Hang on. Bear with me while I finish off this chain of thought, because
Fine.
she makes up her own patterns. Do you remember when she knitted me that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
jumper.
absolutely beautiful jumper, but she's like, well, I just sort of made it like this.
I'm trying to remember. I came in wearing something at one point. It's a dress with like a crochet, really fine, either knitted or crochet top to this dress. And she stood there and she sort of analysed it and she went, yeah, I could repeat that. I could replicate that. I'm like, how? How could you replicate this? And it was loads of little detail and everything. She went, yeah, well, that you do this and this you do that. It's a different kind of brain, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, she's got quite an analytical brain as our Inga. But so it was one of those things that you kind of go, I don't like. For me, if I was learning to knit, that would scare me stupid. I wouldn't know. I can knit one purl and that's the extent of my knitting knowledge.
Oh, Claire loves knitting and crochet also.
Yes, we've seen your the progress of your latest make.
I love this banter. Could you imagine trying to work with these two in the room? Haha. I mean,
Half of
our
you do,
team
to be fair.
Don't have to imagine because they have us around all the time, and there's quite a few that watch while they're at work. You naughty bunch.
I know, right?
We get lots of little watching while working.
Don't tell anyone. We're never going to grass on you. You know that, don't you? Like, we are super on your side.
I mean, Josh has sent me a message privately. To paraphrase,
I love that. Hang on. Josh has sent me a message privately, so I'm just going to share it.
No,
to the
I
group.
think to paraphrase, because I can't say it, I think it means no.
Oh, okay. Is he quite clear on that?
He's put something on the group as well, on the feed. On today's episode of Joshua Makes, how to accidentally use your hand as a pincushion for 1 hour and 30 minutes.
I mean,
I
it's
didn't
an
say you
option.
had to sew, Josh.
No, she just had you basically with Emily's sticker book. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yep. Oh, I could just imagine him there with like the hot glue gun and some Christmassy shenanigans. I think you could be a right whiz with these things. I think it's a good
I think
plan.
he already is, Jem.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he could play us his guitar.
He could play us his guitar. He could.
We could have like a Josh gig.
Yeah.
We'd love that. For those of you that are wondering why I'm sewing down that again, it's because I got distracted and went wobbly.
Excellent.
It's all fine. It's all good.
Oh, Lo says she's made all her moho mates bowl cozies and cable tidies. I have both of these things I've made before as well, bowl cozies and cable tidies. Can't say cable tidy today, we're saying table tidy. That doesn't work.
They are a good make. We should probably make some at some point.
We should probably make some, yeah. Oh, Josh is thanking you for sticking up for him.
It's all right, Josh. Got your back.
Got your back. I mean, I've got Josh's back. I'm just saying he could definitely be doing some amazing makes.
Yes, he could.
Lo is not working, although she should be.
Well, you know, I think having that honest conversation with yourself over, you know, whether or not you're doing what you should be is fine.
Yep, definitely.
Right, what we are doing now, we've basically just repeated but left a turning through gap, possibly not a big enough one so that I didn't backstitch it because I might have to open that a little bit, because the Styleville I always underestimate how much of a gap I need. Right, so then turn this through the right side, and it's basically like we've just done. Pop this into there, right sides together. Find your peak. Oh, what are you giggling at
Finding
now?
your peak.
Finding my peak.
I found my peak years ago. Can't remember when my peak was.
Have we
I've
peaked already? We've
a
possibly
long
already
time ago.
peaked. And then just stick a pin in your peak, burst that little bubble, and so then what you will do is stitch up there, down there, and repeat it on the other side. Okay?
Beautiful.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's do it, let's do it.
Let's do it. We're nearly there, everybody. Who's going, gosh.
2 bags.
2 bags.
2 bags Tash.
I mean, yeah. I'm not sure that's what everyone's going to call me from
No.
now on, but you know.
I mean, considering we looked at lots of very, very beautiful fabrics and
For
stroked
quite
them
a
and
while. And
gabbed on
zips.
for quite a while, you've
Right.
then since created 2 full bags.
I like to feel that I have redeemed myself
Yeah.
in the making of such things.
It just shows, though, doesn't it, that, you know, these
What,
are...
when I shut up and get on with stuff,
Wow,
I
that-
can get stuff done.
Yeah. Imagine how much quicker you'd have done these without all
All
the
right,
gabbing. Yeah.
all right.
No,
Doesn't a show make, you know, Jem? Just me, quiet, miming.
I mean, that would be a very different show. But, as I was saying, I think...
Oh, sorry,
it
sorry, as
shows-
you were saying,
It
yeah,
shows,
yeah.
though, you could whip these up as
Ouch.
gifts.
You could
know,
whip this up as a gift,
because
yes.
if you're an organised type, like those of us yesterday who were saying we're already, you know, sorting out Christmas gifts and such,
Yeah, actually,
you
these
could
would
whip
be-
these up.
yeah,
They'd be
you
fab.
can, you
and
can.
They're a substantial item, aren't they, to give as a
Yeah.
gift?
I mean, you
Gorgeous.
just have to fill it with a few knickery things and you would be done.
Or gin. Bottle of gin in a bag.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not complaining at that as a gift.
No,
No.
nor should you.
No.
Good. Right, that's that idea done then.
My mum is still harassing me for that beautiful bag you made.
It's mine.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to make one.
Yeah, so what you can see on the shelf behind me is these fabrics, but in the EPP bag, which is, I believe, what your mother covets.
She does cover an EPP bag in Le Cave.
In the cave, yeah. So then you want to turn it through that gap that might or might not be big enough, because I'm going to be honest, I also forgot.
You like to live dangerously. It's the excitement.
Always sewing on the edge. That's me. I mean, that could be a series, couldn't it?
Good. It could.
Or maybe even a book. Right, here we go.
Oh, the confessions. I'm working from home. Laughing emoji.
Ah, yeah, you all are.
Yeah.
You naughty bunch.
They are, aren't they?
Can we just have a moment to go, it's taking shape?
Hurrah! Hello, bag.
Do you know what? With all the warehouse move and everything else and lots of stuff going on, I have been stockpiling ideas because I haven't had the chance to be in my studio actually designing very much. I did this a few weeks ago, and I've really missed it, and I'm got a whole list of so many things that I am ready to get making now. So you will want to press. You can top stitch
look.
should you wish, but this is the very basics of your bag now, and then it depends on what handle you want to use. So let's take a little look at this. What I would suggest is, you know how we went from point to point down here?
Yep.
I would suggest you go from point to point up here.
Perfection.
And what I suggest you do is stick your handle in there and then get so that it folds over at those points, like so. Double checking it here as you, so on that point, pin it. You're going to need your quilting pins, not your patchwork pins for this if you're pinning into this. Okay, if you want to just adjust your lining as you go, but there we go. So you will just pin that into place, making sure that you're folded on this middle seam here. That's where that fold over is going to happen. Make sure your lining's not rucked, that's what I'm doing. Pop your pin in, and then when you take this under your machine, you are just going to, and I'd have to change my foot over again because I've got the guide on, is just stitch it around there, and that's it done.
Fabulous.
And that will be your bag.
Really lovely substantial bag as well.
Do you know what it really is? And then you see that will do on the other side. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Stunning.
In whatever you wish. So that's that. Yeah, that is today's Natasha Makes. And tomorrow, Jane is making us.
Oh.
So the only reason we don't have it in here is because we haven't photographed it yet, because it's so huge. You don't have to make such a big one, but it does look kind of phenomenal.
Every now and
Jane's-
again,
Yeah,
you need
every
a
now
big
and then.
one.
Yeah. No, you do, yeah. And so that's what
proper
we've got
bed quilt.
tomorrow. We've got a big one on the show
We have.
with Jane. And
Jane's big one.
Jane's big one. I don't think that's what we've called it, though, is it? If I'm honest.
No, it is
No.
the log
No.
cabin illusion.
Log Cabin Illusion, aka the big one. And we will have that tomorrow. So do
And
check
it'll
out the
cover your bed.
website.
It'll
Huh?
properly cover your bed. It'll do
Oh,
the
no, like
bed.
properly cover your bed and probably
Proper.
6 others. It's huge.
Gorgeous.
And yeah, so we will have that tomorrow. We yeah, make sure you grab your zips, because I'm going to do lots of makes with zips now
Yeah.
that we have zips. I've been waiting, I've been storing up all these ideas. So get ahead, get the zips in the colours that you want.
Can't wait.
And we will do all of that. And also, what else? I would imagine the AGF Colour Masters are probably gone by now. Pick your fabrics. You can have these in fat quarter form, or I think we're also doing
They're all
cut to
by the
order.
half metre, yeah.
And also the half metre heavens there, which will make the House of Alistair bag. We've got the pattern on the website as well. It's all being let go of by us, distributed by us.
All of those half
Packed.
metre heavens are live now as well. It's
They
not
are
one
all
of
live
those
now. Oh, yeah, no,
wait
you don't
till
have to wait till
midnight
Thursday.
shenanigans.
No,
It's,
they're there. A little midweek treat for you.
They are.
And yeah, that's that really. Thank you ever so much
It
as
is.
ever for your company, for keeping us entertained. Possibly we entertained you too. I don't know. I don't want to assume. And we will see you tomorrow here, 10 o'clock. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.